You can start off by not being Australian. Alright, I don't know how service systems work in this game, but apparently if you're Australian, it just doesn't budge for you. I mean, I guess every single one of you have tried to make a private Minecraft server for your friends, and it gets really freaking tricky trying to make it as cheap as possible, because apparently servers are really freaking expensive. I mean, you're literally just hiring a room with a bunch of boxes that cause heat. And you're telling me there are some rooms all across the world designated and are mainly in charge of all the Arcane Odyssey servers, and apparently there are only 2 servers designated for Australia. And let me just get this clear. There are countless of Singaporean servers. I have no idea, alright? I have nothing against Singapore, alright? If a Singaporean wants to play Arcane Odyssey, they can play Arcane Odyssey. But I know damn straight for a fact it's an English-speaking game, therefore worthy of an English-speaking audience. Alright, this game has no place for a Singaporean whatever, because you'd mostly have to speak English to be able to understand how this game works. Well, let me guess, Singapore is one of those countries where a bunch of people know English. Look, I don't want to sound racist, but being forced to these stupid servers just makes me get racist. And let's say you come across a bug, or just complain about the service in general. Where do you go to complain? Well, you go none other to the Arcane Odyssey Discord server to complain. Unfortunately, going to a Discord server to complain seems to apparently break the 7th law of Arcane Odyssey. See, apparently moderators don't know the difference of harassment and being just a little bit silly, which completely makes sense. There are a bunch of Discord moderators. They're not supposed to understand how language works. They're barely even able to leave their own house without making it a personal chore. And to worsen that off, they're all a bunch of ban-hungry pigs. You come towards them, giving yourself a reason to get banned. It doesn't have to be. I can't say ban-hungry. They're also kick-hungry, but they're mainly ban-hungry. But you go to their server to complain, and all you're being met with is silence. That's what moderation is all about. They're not here to moderate. They're here to silence people. They're here to silence the truth. Matter of fact, they understand that this game is broken. I mean, it's early release. They obviously understand every single problem with the game. And they're probably even ordered by the lead moderator to silence anybody complaining about anything. Oh, but for moderators? No. They can do whatever they want, which is obviously rule number 1. They said the fuck word, and then they permaban me. Okay, I'm sorry that it's so illegal to just be a little bit silly in a general chat. I understand that making a big deal out of getting kicked from a fucking Discord server is stupid, but since this is my job and all, that just cut off almost all of my business contacts that I could possibly have in the future, as well as understand what is going on inside the community. The trashy moderators jump to conclusions and make their job a fucking joke. And they're supposed to have an easy peasy computer job, and all of a sudden, nah. Let's just jump to conclusions and permaban somebody just because they were a bit silly in the general chat. Oh, and then when the video comes out, let's completely ignore the fact that I falsely banned somebody just because they were being a little silly in the chat. And let's type Arcane Odyssey moderation sends their regards in the comments like you're some kind of fucking gentlemanly assassin.
Arcane Odyssey moderator sends its regards. Okay. Yes, Arcane Odyssey moderation sends its regards,
Yes, of course, Master. We cannot forget about Savant builds. What about Savant builds? There is a stereotype among newer players known as the confused Savant. A person who puts all points into certain aspects, which is completely normal for a video game. The Savant can be known as a very powerful build once utilized to its max potential, but used in the hands of a noob is going to result in an awful player experience. This includes the primary mistake of putting all of your points into vitality. Do not put your point into vitality. It hasn't been added yet. I mean, this is going to be completely obsolete once the update comes out, but that's just going to be in like 2 updates time, so it's going to be like a half a year I mean, it's gonna be like a half a year. But the most recommended class to play at this time is the mage build, since now you can actually M1 enemies. Additionally, if you do enough and put enough points into mage, you're able to create explosions with the blast spell. This does not happen with the blast spell with your secondary magic. Yeah, it's supposed to create like a little metally explosion, but I gotta move out of the way because this thunder user won't stop spamming their stupid beam magic. It's not heard in the game because I didn't turn on game volume. I thought this would be a nice little commentary video where there'd be absolutely no problem, but here's a goddamn lightning mage spamming thunderbolts. Alright, he understood the concept. He's just going egg hunting. I guess that's what. They created a concept known as deckhand recruitment. In Arcane Odyssey, you have access to a boat. And in this boat, you have access to a crew. Might I say you also have crews that are just crews, but you can also make your own crew by having certain deckhands, which are elite members of your crew that are basically capable of creating ship spells. They can hold artifacts, they can be customized to wear accessories you want to give them, such as a bikini. Yeah, I'm a bit silly like that. Let me get this clear. Only defense and speed. Mainly boat speed. It doesn't matter. No boat turning, boat speed. Alright, I'm not one to tell people how to play this game, but if you're driving a slow as 20,000 health boat, sometimes you think, man, if only I could make this boat a little bit faster. That's where speed deckheads come in. The optimal amount of speed is around 150 at this time. Every single time I play a video game, my subconscious forces me to turn up the difficulty. This is because of the ancient Asian parent complex known as, oh, but what if this happened in real life? I don't know what it's talking about. That's the same I feel with boats. You're on a slow-ass boat. You just want to turn up the speed, that's all. Alright, the brig does not give enough speed. I mean, I understand it's supposed to kind of be a warship, but it's not a warship. It's supposed to be a speedboat. See, Arcane Odyssey requires a lot of traveling. And with a slow boat, traveling is gonna be a chore. And it's gonna bore you. The Arcane Odyssey Wikipedia is one of the best Wikipedias ever, despite it being a fandom website. Many people in this game want to acquire strength, or social stuff, or just simply need a thing to jerk off to. I don't know why people play this game, but if you are not sure about anything, you have to visit the Wikipedia. I mean, if we promote communities helping the community, then this game can actually be quite helpful and enjoyable. Oh god, if I touch sunlight, I'm gonna die. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm gonna die here. Oh god. Oh god. Anyways, the Arcane Odyssey community, despite it being under development, it still deserves to be as good as the Team Fortress 2 community. And it's up to people like me to make it like that, I guess. Because if not, then I'm gonna be out of a job. If you're confused as to how to play this game, I insist greatly you just look at the Wikipedia. There's nothing more powerful in this game other than knowledge. The games provide you with a substantial amount of knowledge, but the Wikipedia provides you with all of the knowledge. These people are working day and night writing articles that are specifically provided to help you with knowledge and information. And so far, they have not been credited. Oh, but you know who gets credited? Pig moderators! Pig moderators whose fucking job can easily be replaced by a robot. They are not here to moderate, they are here to silence. They have personal biases, which is why moderation should be the only job that should be replaced by AI. The only reason why they are existing in this game is simply to prevent players and clans from growing way too strong, which is simply a fault for the game itself. And yet they get to have a title because they're apparently goody-goody with the lead developer or some shit. But look, I get it. It's a small game. It's supposed to have an awful, corrupt Gmod server-esque moderation style. Ban hungry pigs who have nothing else to contribute to society. They are there, they are scum, and there's nothing you can fucking do against them. Except for Mists of Man. I guess he was kind of respectful in the comments. I made a clickbait video and he helped elaborate everything. I sent him a friend request because I wanted to see if he could help me get myself unbanned from the Arcane Odyssey Discord server and get the righteous individual ban. This is why I never fucking involve myself with fucking discord.com. I said fucking to express myself. No matter how much capital letters and what they use with meta. Metas in this game are complete bullshit. When one build gets put in the spotlight, it just gets absolutely annihilated in a later future. Do not ever let a YouTuber decide what magic you should choose. No matter what they say, whether it's a meta or not meta, do not pick it. Pick what you want. Pick the magic based off of your favorite color. Or just simply pick metal. It's the best. I mean, it's your gameplay. It's your choice. Do not let somebody decide what you should pick because they have a bunch of subscribers. Magic's just supposed to be your pride and honor. Your joy and love. They're not supposed to be some toy operated by a bunch of pig YouTubers like me. Because the variety of magics is what creates Arcane in this game. No, is what creates harmony in this game. I mean, really, you want a game where a bunch of thunder metal mages go and clap each other? And then you always get your ass clapped in battle because you're not a thunder and metal mage? Yeah, I thought so.